And we are back. So, last we left off, the crew caught out at sea during a horrible storm trying to escape Zinmith's harbor were assaulted by the aspect of Dagon and its foul spawn that it spewed forth from its mouth. After wreaking terrible damage to the ship, with Marble managing to finally land a shot from the cannon that did insane damage. Also because I allowed the sneak attack to go out with it. Destroyed, almost annihilated the creature. Then that coupled with the several attacks landed by most of the party here, the aspect of Dagon was brought low. Not with a bang, but with a whimper, as Trist stumbled to the railing, just casually lanced it with lightning, which, through dramatic purpose, exploded the depth charges that had gotten tangled around its neck, destroying the creature, sinking it into the very depths from which it probably spawned. And as the waves begin to settle, the storm begins to quiet, to where it's only the pitter-patter of a light rain. There's no sun out, but the thunder and lightning has subsided, and the clouds are lightening, as if something was unnatural about the storm, perhaps. The ship is heavily damaged, towards the midsection of the ship specifically, where the large fist almost caved in a significant portion of the ship. However, while it is slightly listing now to a side, the more problematic element right now is that the wheel of the ship next to Moog was crushed in the process, and the helm is not usable without repair. What are you guys going to do?
What do you do then?
How's the rudder?
Marble, at this point, sees the crew beginning to come out. They're in like shock and awe. Captain! And Marble's trying to get his shit together. I think it's dead, or at least stunned. Get to your stations. Captain, there's no wheel. Get the spare wheel.
Spare wheel?
A spare wheel?
Fuck it.
Love it.
Get the spare tire.
We got a fucking spare wheel.
I mean, I don't know.
Actually, if I'm being completely honest, there's probably not a spare wheel. However, I actually know mechanically how this thing fucking works, and as long as there's a piece sticking up, you can manipulate it. So let's roll.
Can we like fashion some wood onto it to like kind of?
I'm gonna roll here for Krudak. Krudak's gonna come up. Krudak, he's basically the first mate, but right now he's actually doubling as the bosun as well, since none of you are capable wood crafters. And he's kind of doing damage control, very quick damage control. Marble wants the wheel ready, because then you guys can at least start making your way as he's attempting to do some of the more drastic repairs, as it is not currently taking on water, especially since the storm has subsided. But you guys are in no shape to get into another fight right now. No shape whatsoever. Plus, you've lost a good amount of your ordnance with that rocking blow. You lost pretty much all of the depth charges; they're gone, and the majority of the cannonballs are lost as well. You do have enough black powder down below decks to probably do some stuff, but the majority of your actual firing ordnance is gone. With a 15, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That was a low roll for me, but 15 for Krudak. He is able to find a portion of the wheel, a piece of the actual like wooden shaft that comes up down from the rudder and actually sticks up, and that's actually what attaches to the wheel through mechanical advantage. That's how you turn the fucking ship. Anyways, regardless here, He is going to attach like a makeshift pipe to the top of it, and it is serviceable, but not by any means a great fix for now. So instead of you like turning it, you have to like spin it like this in whatever direction you want to, like at a weird angle. Yes, it is in fact serviceable pipe. And Krudak announces, "Captain, I've got a temporary fix till we can make something else." "Oh, thank the gods. I need a helm. I need a helm." He's calling out towards the rest of you. Where are we going?
I thought we were going to Black Sands, unless that's changed. I think that's
Anywhere.
You guys make a decision.
I thought the point where we were going to just get out, and then along our journey,
even-
we were going to decide.
Well, I'm telling you right now, make your damn decisions right now. He is
I don't have time to talk
moving the
anymore.
wheel.
You look at the map.
All right.
You guys look at your map.
I mean-
make your decisions now because this is where we are sailing to.
I'll tell.
Was we landed at all?
What was that, Bowen?
Sail away.
We can't see any land or
with
anything
me.
right now, right?
You guys are still like in Zinmouth Harbor.
Oh,
But
okay.
you're beginning to
Well, I mean,
sail.
like-
I'm gonna say you guys are probably sailing in the southern direction for now. So
Like
you're
Con-
sailing away as fast as you possibly can.
Mhm.
The nearest ports are Conwich, then Port Dorona. Those are the two closest ports.
They don't
Um,
like us in either of those places.
If you want to avoid those, I will let you know now. In the ship's current state, the reason why the Black Sand Cove is so it still exists and it's like even on maps and shit is because the dynasty can't, and Marble will explain this to you. The dynasty has attempted to squash the pirate threat many times, but it's not worth the effort in ships that it takes in losing them in the shallows. It is a treacherous, shallow, reef-stricken sea that it is very easy to destroy a ship on, especially one that's not in great shape. And that is how they have existed thus far. They have their own safe harbor that they have managed to map out themselves. With the ship being as damaged as it is, you might be able to make it. Maybe we would have to do some rolls. Otherwise, you guys might end up on a blighted isle again. That would be fun. Or another option is to skirt around Port Dorona, go up the Devotonic River, and you could go to Moe's hometown of Brunwood.
That sounds farther.
It would be roughly the same distance as it would be to go to the Black Sand Cove.
Rogar would just state to everyone that my path is in the dynasty. I do not intend to become a pirate.
Such a Boy Scout.
Oh,
Moog's on good terms with his people, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we could go to my place. Hold up there for a while.
Be around pieces for once.
Nice and quiet there.
Lots of trees.
Plus, I
like-
could tell my uncle. Pretty sure I figured out the fate of my cousin.
I'm sorry. I'm
They
sorry to
don't
hear.
part with our crossbows, you know. Not by choice, anyway.
Gonna pat Moog on the back.
if only there was a green screen with a fire blazing behind Dan right now.
I know.
It'd be perfect.
That's a story time.
Rogar's fine with going anywhere in the dynasty, basically.
No, I guess that settles it. Unless Tristan, you guys want to go. I'm honestly. almost.
You know, Valerie just wants to keep going other places than where we've already been. It'll be new places all the time.
Okay.
Zoom, Tristan, you do not have a goal, something that drives you.
Have you met me? No. You know, I'm fine with just going with the flow right now.
Okay.
This is fine.
You do not want to return home.
Do you want to return home, Rogar?
Yes.
Oh, God. Okay. Then why don't we go to your home?
It is quite the trek.
No, it's fine. I can wait for a little bit. I'm
Very
sure.
well.
I mean, we should at least, take care of Moog's situation and let his uncle know. And I mean, this Silver to Rise is really on the way. It's a little after, right? I think that looks like it was.
You're taking the river. It's not really like on the way.
Markham, and then you just take a little jaunt.
Yeah, you could. That is one of the main routes, right from Rorkham. Yeah, if you wanted to go that way.
So yeah, let's just go this general direction regardless. Everyone kind of gets something out of it.
Okay.
Except for Trist.
Sorry, Trist. There are some things that are going to happen on the ship as you were sailing.
Good God, the birth.
First off,
Rogar's gonna. Oh, sorry.
Yes, go ahead. What are you gonna do, Rogar?
Rogar does want to talk with the party about the pregnant priestess. See what the consensus is on her condition, as well as, I guess, talk to Captain Marvel about it as well, since this is crewmate.
Is there anything in your book about birthing demonic beings brought forth from deep ones?
Now, I need a point of order, because a little bit of time's passed. Where are you guys having this conversation? Is it like up on the deck of the ship, or where are you guys exactly?
Don't
I
want
thought
to
we
be.
were like in captain's quarters, Marvel.
Okay, up. Okay, so that's towards the upper deck. He's got his quarters up there. Zoom's intimately familiar with it. Marvel, of course, at this point doesn't care. He's just busy. He's thankful to be alive and getting the crew working. So you guys are having this conversation, correct?
Is this Marble ship or is this
It's more
the other
action.
guy's ship?
This is more
Shit!
yeah.
You're right. This is the Dragon's Horde.
But we did.
But you guys did see some terrible things happen here as well, I think. No, wait. That was the Sea Hag.
We came up here. And had
Scratch that.
With,
You guys have never been in the captain's quarters here, but now you have for the first time.
Remember, we went in there and Morag was talking with us, and
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You guys had sold a little. Yeah. Okay, so you guys have been in here once before. All right. Continue.
You were asking about the book. Zoom?
Oh,
Yeah. Is there anything in there about what we can do in a situation like this, or do I suddenly have to become invincible?
yeah. It says you kill him.
Give me an insight check soon.
Even if I fail at it, I'm still gonna. I just can't take Tris seriously anymore. He's so willing to just slay and kill. I love it, but at the same time, fuck.
Unless you want to bring a demonic monster into this world.
16.
Go ahead and you give me a deception check, Trist.
Am I at disadvantage still?
You were currently exhausted.
Okay. I don't know how much time has passed.
No. This is happening within hours of the incident.
Oh shit, that was almost a natural one. I would have poofed. 14.
14.
It says
You can tell that Trist is, while he has a straight face, while he may be alluding that that's what he thinks the best option is, that is not necessarily what the book says. because
Holding-
the book was written by people of this order, and they would not condone killing their own people.
I'm a
Right.
man of medicine.
It could be
and science.
his extrapolation though.
Is he holding the book right now? Reading it?
Now, which book are you
No.
are you reading from, Trist? Are you reading from the Esoteric Order of Dagon, or are you reading from the book that you procured from the priestess?
Probably the Dagon book.
Okay.
I guess they're both Dagon books.
You don't know what the second
The
one
oh,
is,
sorry.
Trist. God damn it! You
Sorry,
never
the first
you
one.
never looked at it. You just shoved
Didn't
it
have
in your
time.
bag. You shove it in your bag, and it upsets me when that happens.
Reading out of his little book of Dagon, and we should kill her.
It says right here,
I'm gonna slap it out of his hands.
17-3
Seriously.
Philippians.
Philippians.
I'm
The
gonna
children are
need.
born normal, though, right?
So,
Hmm?
do you guys have the doors closed?
I would assume so.
Okay. I need
Is there
everybody.
still a door on it? Did it get all fucked up?
No. Wow, that's a good point, man. That is a very good point because the
I mean, the
wheels are
crater
right
got
above
punched
you
into the
guys.
deck.
Yeah, there is a significant portion of the roof that's like caved in. There's a moog-shaped indention up there into it, all spread out, you know. But
Very, very Kool-Aid man-esque,
It's
but
bad.
intellectually distinct.
it's bad.
Moog-shaped hole.
That is a good point. Let's see what Krudak can do. There's no door. Just so you know, Krudak attempts to refasten the door. It's broken beyond the point of repair right now.
When the ship sinks, I want to cling onto this door.
It's just kind
I've
of
seen
laying
it.
there
I've
nearby.
seen it in movies.
Is it big enough for two of us?
No.
No. That's what
No,
they
it's
say.
not. It
Are
never
you sure?
Sorry.
It's never big
Are you
enough.
sure?
10-foot reach doesn't work.
Oh damn! Damn. But okay, I need everyone to give me perception tests. If you have exhaustion, you have disadvantage.
Perception. Skill test. Where were you on other rolls, you dirty bastard? It's a 16.
Oh man, mine's not showing up. Hold on. Reload.
Reloaded.
There it is. Perception. I've got a 15 from Rogar, 20 from Zune, 19 from Trist, 10 from Velree, 16 from Moog. Let me roll real fast. Zune and Trist. As you guys are having this conversation, you watch as you guys are kind of looking out. You're on the same deck level. A lot of the hands are helping Krudak try to fix the major significant damage as you guys are sailing. It's a temporary fix until you can make a port somewhere and really do some serious work on this ship. It's going to need a lot of work. Some of the spare lumber and different parts that they need to try to patch some of the more significant cracks to the hull. He's kind of draped over the side on kind of like a sling kind of thing. I don't know what the fuck it's called right now. Whatever, doesn't matter. He's out there doing dangling a little bit. And who did I say? Zune and Zune and Trist. You guys are the only ones that see this. You watch as one of the crew kind of you see him kind of out there a good distance away. You see him turn around and kind of look startled for a moment as there is a figure walking towards him with it looks almost like a blanket draped over him. And as his eyes widen, he kind of stops moving. He almost like the person bumped into him. And he just kind of stands there for a moment. And are you guys doing anything? This is about probably 50, 60 feet away.
I'm gonna run my ass over there and just be like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? So I'm sorry, I'm done over
Zune
it.
turns and Zune immediately runs.
16 con trying to save against the red eye.
Oh, 16? So you managed to not fall under its effects. Yeah, it was a con save. Yeah. Which has gone up now. It is now a DC 14, by the way. Okay. So Zune, you're going to use your action to dash. Trist, would you like to try anything?
It's like walking on water?
No. This is the deck of the ship.
Oh. I mean, I'm half movement. So, yes.
What are you going to do, Trist?
I will walk.
moments.
Yes.
Trist,
I'm
while
gonna
you guys are all
dash.
having this conversation, Trist just kind of like, as you see, Zune turns around and just bolts. So all of you are kind of taken off guard, and then Trist immediately moves out as well. You're going to dash, Trist, as fast as you can?
No, I'm just walking.
Kind
I'm
of
saving
walk.
my action
What are you saving your action for? I need to know.
in case I need to attack someone.
What are you saving? This is what I need to know.
The God-slaying spell, apparently.
Okay. So
Chromatic
you're ready to
orb.
make chromatic orb. What is the trigger?
A hostile movement towards the poor sailor boy in the
Okay.
in the bosun's chair.
All right.
We need all
crew
the
deck
crew
is
we
doing
can
its
get.
maintenance. Zune, you run over. You manage to get next to the hooded, kind of draped, covered figure. Right?
Right. Is it Chickadee?
Is it what?
Is it please be what's her face? Oh my god, Nyarla.
With your perception test,
Okay.
it's hard to tell. They're covered with like a blanket wrapped around them. You can't, like, you're running from behind. You used your action to dash out there. You still have a bonus action, your free action. You scream something out. You do see that it looks like the sailor that got bumped into is like, their eyes are just kind of like wide and they're swaying back and forth.
Then I would like to. Oh, that takes an action. Shit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Bonus action. And yeah.
What I'm doing is just saying, halt, turn around.
Yeah. At this point, some of the other sailors are like, huh? And they're beginning to turn around. The rest of you would get initiative at this point. However, let's roll for Trudak. Natural 1. He's not fast enough to do anything. One of the sailors nearby reaches up. Sam, you all right? He grabs a hold of Sam by the shoulders, and Sam just kind of falls to the deck. And there is a 9-inch bladed dagger all the way through his chest to the hilt. He falls dead onto the deck. The hooded figure then bolts for the railing. Zune, you do get a reaction.
I would like to attack of opportunity.
What are you going to do?
I am going to. I'm not a warcaster.
So it will have to be physical. Roll rapier slash, or are you going to try to grab the individual? Maybe.
I'm not.
Now they are. I will tell you. They're big. They're somewhere around 7 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm not the grappling type. God, do I want to hop on his back and get taken into the water? Not really. So I'm gonna stab at it.
Stab. Give me an attack roll.
Not gonna do a good job. I'm gonna use a lucky because fuck it, I have lucky.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's use it.
That's
15.
better.
A 15 will hit currently.
Cool. And it's probably our good friend Morag, who we just went through all that trouble for.
It's
And
gonna be 5 points. You slice out. You slice into the back of the creature, and as you do, the blanket falls off,
Morag, son of
and you see Morag standing there, tall. Most of his green arm, fish-like, the strange claws at the tips of them. As he turns around, his face is changed somewhat. It is more Zenmith like. He has the Zenmith look now as he looks back towards you, and you see in one of his large 10-foot reach bugbear arms a newborn babe cradled as he jumps off the side of the ship.
Did Tris get a shot?
Yeah, where's my shot?
Give me a
Oh,
shot, Trist.
I rolled a 16.
16 will hit.
11.
11 points of damage.
That's poo-poo damage.
Trist arcs out, it skids
Flesh wound.
across his flesh. He goes as he kind of calls out in this like bestial fish mouth, and he
Question.
yes,
Fuck it.
Question.
yes, question.
Rogar is incredibly fast when he races.
He is incredibly fast. However, this would be the time that you would get to act. It's too late.
Okay. I just, we saw them turn around. We saw them both go out there. I'm just saying.
Just letting you know what's happening right now. What's happening right now is this motherfucker jumped in the ocean with this baby. That's what happened right now.
All right.
Gone. He's already jumped over the edge.
He's in the water.
And I am booking it the other direction to our friend who just gave birth. Damn it.
You'd be
Can
yes.
I
Laura?
bolt towards the side of the ship?
Sure.
Do I see anything?
Do a perception test. At disadvantage, because you can't see through the water.
All right. Who has advantage? Sorry. It was bad. It would be a 4.
It's gonna
So
be bad no matter what. You don't
seven.
you see the suds where somebody recently jumped in. The light sprinkling rain is still messing with the viscosity of the kind of like plane of water at the top here, and you're not able to make out any shapes.
cold breath, 30-foot range. 30-foot cone.
Do you know how fast this creature is in the water?
I
Don't
know
embarrass
how
yourself.
fast, So that's why I shot.
Okay. You expend a use of your cold breath. There's a concussive blast of cold energy that just crystallizes and shatters a large chunk of the ocean, freezing for an instant. You don't see Morag within the blast as it then begins to break apart and fall deeper into the ocean. Zune, heading towards the infirmary. You make it to the infirmary door, and you witness as there's a bloodbath that has taken place. Every single wounded sailor has been ripped to pieces.
Unheard of thing.
Every single wounded sailor has been ripped to pieces. It looks like, Trist, you're very investigative. It will take a little time to piece this together. But it looks like at first most of their throats were slit. Everybody except for Niarla.
She's not in there. She's in the pantry because I technically haven't moved her back.
Exactly. Because she's not there. That's the only person that's survived down here. Everybody in the infirmary is dead, including the recent mother who has also had her throat slit.
No,
She went insane anyways.
Well, time to start dumping bodies. I can't anymore. I'm upset, and it's fine. We're just going to be upset for a while, and we're going to be quiet, and we're going to drink heavily, and we're going to drag bodies to the top of the ship. I'm going to solicit some help for, reading last rites. Hell, can I wake Niarla up? She didn't get assaulted.
I will say this. After a few hours, Niarla does awaken finally on her own. She's very surprised at the current state of everything happening right now. Because last she remembers being abducted from the ship. And now she's woke back up on the ship without her clothes, wearing something else. And it is just, it is insane. Craziness has been happening. Yeah.
I will explain everything later. We protected you. Nothing horrible happened to you. But I need you to read last rites and help me get rid of the 20 bodies in the Just don't ask questions right now, please, because I'm having a really bad day and I don't really feel like answering.
But what about the captain? I don't see him amongst anyone.
Yeah, we thought we helped him, but it turned out he was too far gone, and he is no longer really, he's not Morag anymore. He's something else. And I know that doesn't make sense.
Is he dead?
Effectively.
I will pray for his soul. And she
Yeah.
will. She is a while she's not an official priestess and she hasn't gone the full distance yet, she knows enough to read some final rites to these individuals. However, she is tentative, and you do hear whispers amongst the crew. Something that Moog knows very intimately. That to die at sea is a curse. And while she reads these rites to them, in her heart, she knows that they are claimed by another and will serve on the Red Grail for eternity.
Yeah, what were the rules on that?
Well, what's that?
What were the rules on that?
As far as if you die at sea?
Yeah.
Well, as
Oh,
Moog
Like
would tell you,
nothing stops it.
as Moog would tell you, if
Bad idea, friend.
you are not brought back somehow, you are claimed by the dredger, and all the time you spend there can mentally scar you,
adds up.
amongst many other things. And you are forever tainted by the dredger's hold unless you can find some way to remove it.
Well, it removes it.
You have no idea.
We
You
distract.
You are not a healer of sorts. You would probably need to consult someone.
Well,
Mud.
You know that Zoom tried to remove curse at one point. Didn't work.
Yes.
It didn't work.
So
Oh.
you obviously need something more potent than that.
just because Tristan has the spell and he's never gotten to use it before, he's gonna go through and gentle repose everybody.
The corpses?
Yep.
I mean, it's going to keep them fresh, but are you guys dumping them overboard?
I mean, we're still dumping them, but
Okay. All right.
I
It would
assume we're
work.
still dumping them.
Yeah, it would keep them somewhat fresh. Fresh. It's I don't know if this is a kindness or a torture, because you're keeping the corpse
Oh, no.
fresh enough and long enough that the sea creatures are going to get a really good meal for a long time, because it lasts for 7 days.
I don't know the ritual, so
so Trist is helping these. Yeah. Yes, Velree?
Well, I was gonna say I was gonna try and drink some blood. I haven't had real blood in a hot minute,
There's lots of blood.
so I wanted to,
You can drink the
I
clan
don't,
man.
I don't want Nyarla to see it necessarily.
You go into the kitchen
Step out.
privately, little goblin body. You're like,
Yeah,
Yeah, let's about to take a walk. Let's go on a walk.
And I'll say that you do it. I would, because you would know this, Velree. If it sits too long, dead man's blood is not good.
right.
It's in fact probably the opposite of good. It could probably harm you. However, if within a very limited time frame, it's still good without being magically bottled or something like that to keep it fresh. So I'll say you're able to drink from the clan man. His eyeballs exploded out of his body and he's dead, and he will give you one last drink of his sustenance unwillingly. And
So for our purposes, I did it right after.
of course,
the-
yeah, exactly. Why not? But as all of those events transpire and a heading is made towards Brunwood, you guys level up to level 10 because you slayed a god. You will be passing by Port Dorona, as well as several other obstacles, which you guys are going to make it through. No problem. Mostly because I don't want to roll for any more obstacles right now, because I feel like you guys have done enough. And you will see outside Port Dorona, as you are passing by, Velree, probably a little bit of a pull towards your handmaids that are still there. You maybe not.
Well,
what you
didn't-
know.
So can we actually like see the state of the city as we pass by?
I will say that you pass close enough, and Marble is very careful in his approach to keep a certain distance. However, you guys are flying. You're not flying. This is not a pirate ship. This is Morag's ship, and so it is a known vessel, known to trade in town. And while it is heavily damaged, it is not given any severe scrutiny from Clan White Shroud that normally patrol these waters. They allow it to pass with this certain what's the word? Certain etiquette that he would know it though, that Marble would know to do, despite him being a pirate himself. He wasn't always a pirate. But regardless though, you do see the state of the city. One thing that looks different, even from this distance, is that it looks like almost like a temporary wall has been placed within the city, cordoning off a large section of the city from the rest of it. Months have passed since you guys heard the explosions and whatnot and everything else that was happening. Most of the damage that could be repaired has probably been repaired by now, at least significant damage. You do see that the section of the city that is the most damage is the fishing district, the poor district where most of the workers lived. And it is completely cordoned off by like almost like palisade walls, like large, heavy timber trunks that have just been kind of collected. Some mixed mash of some other like pieces of rubble and building that have been stacked up, and making a large wall, probably like a 20, 30-foot wall, cordoning off this whole section of the city from the rest. And we'll say that you guys come by during the day, and at this time of day, we'll say it's close to noon. And you see a lot of businesses and like cooking fires and chimneys and smoke, but you see almost nothing coming from the fishing district as you guys sail on by. As you keep going further up the Devatonic River, it is still very cold. You are in the throes of winter, but the weather has not been as hazardous as it has been for you the past few days. And it takes about a week or so to sail down here, and maybe a little bit longer than that to go up the river. And going up the river is a little bit tougher than going downstream. It's a little bit slower, but you're able to move with the Devatonic as big as it is. The ship is not hampered moving up this river. And eventually, Moog, up in his crow's nest, looks out, sees a familiar sight. Trees. Lots and lots of trees, shrouded in a thick mist along a large plateau, completely shrouded in it. You can just kind of make out the shapes of them. Then below the plateau, you see smaller clusters of forest-like trees amidst buildings, as if there is a village built within the very forest itself. And there is a bit of a bay and an offshoot, and you see docks, and Moog is finally home.
He's doing the Nick Cage from Con Air thing, man. Oh yeah.
Wind on his face,
mullet
hair
flowing
blowing back.
That's right.
As you guys make landfall, let me pull this up real fast, just so you guys get kind of an idea of what's happening. As you make landfall, you come across my Brunwood. There we go. You come across a familiar face, and an older bugbear that goes by the name of Bunk Broadjaw. He would be the equivalent of like a distant uncle Moog.
Yeah.
He's known to be a bit of a drunk, but he is the dock master. And with Moog in your party, he's shocked at the sight of you, Moog, because of what's happened to you. But you guys are given free passage and free stay. There are several places to stay, unless you would like to attempt to sleep within the castle itself, as you are in the presence of almost royalty.
There's a
That's a
castle.
broad, bro.
There is.
Yeah, we have a
this
castle.
it looks like a small village. There is a large castle built towards, this almost goes on like a slight hill, thick in trees around here. A cluster of buildings all built kind of within the forest itself. And the large castle it's relatively tall. It's probably 60, 70 feet tall.
Like a tower, legit castle. Like
A
wow.
legit castle.
Oh yeah,
It's an actual castle, like a fortress
Castle Broadjaw.
that could be defended. Castle Broadjaw. There is a large wooden, almost like palisade fence behind it that separates the plateau, where there's kind of like a steep hill that goes up to the plateau to the rest of the village, as if like to keep the forest at bay almost. There is a very large mill, a lumber mill, in fact, right on the edge of the water that looks ancient, looks almost as old as the castle, or actually older than the castle, and still functioning. You see a big water wheel turning, and you guys can hear work being done within. There are several places to stay, shops. Moog is the man here. He knows everything there is to know. Towards the top of the castle, there's an open section, and all of you would see there's this gargantuan tree growing out of the top of the castle, and it is a blue blossom tree, and it looks old, extremely old.
What's the significance of blue blossom?
You'd have to ask Moog about that, but we will come to that eventually. First off, the blue blossom trees only bloom during winter, kind of like the opposite of cherry blossom. But regardless, and it is fully lit right now because you guys are in winter. You guys are free to stay wherever you'd like. You have several options. Of course, you can always stay at the castle with Moog. He'll be accepted with open arms. Or there's really just one inn, and then there's kind of like a bar. There is the Wraith and Ronin Tavern, which it's not the best tavern you guys have ever been to, but it far outclasses the stuff you guys have probably experienced at Conwich. It's 3 stories tall. It's more tall than it is wide. There's also the Bolt Thrower, which is more of a bar, and honestly, it's more of like a thugs, like biker bar kind of. A lot of mercenaries and people hanging out in there. There also is a small armory, or not an armory, a small weapons shop known as the Pointy End. Crude weaponry, not quite as good as what Granel makes in Conwich, but close. Moog has access to a much better smith, because there is a personal weapon master within Castle Broadjaw that is responsible for making all of the custom crossbows and all the other weaponry and armor for them. So you guys have access to a more advanced smith than this one, but it's in there. As well, there is a general store called the Rodfathers, run by a goblin named Beevil. We might get into that someday. And further in the distance, past the castle, and it's actually on the cusp of the palisade, a pretty good distance away from town. there is an old temple, and it is a temple of Boel, but it looks different than the ones you've come across thus far. Whereas most of them have just been a singular dome. This one has a large dome, but then it has a strange kind of area on the back end that Moog would describe to you as a bath. It's a separated hot spring bath. There's a natural hot spring here, and it's usually a bit of a tourist attraction.
Go in there. That's it.
So,
Correct.
as all of this takes place, feel free to ask questions if you'd like, but we might be able to get into some endeavors if you guys want to. If you guys want to level up, you're definitely leveling up here.
Moog would want to seek sanity.
Okay.
He's going to spend his endeavors getting sane.
Okay. I can tell you right now, Moog, the best place to do that is, in fact, the hot spring. It is not just a regular hot spring. It is said that this particular spring is sacred. It is. There's been contention on if this was the first temple, or if the temple within Velree was the first temple. But this might be the original temple of Boel within the whole world.
Wow.
And it is said that the healing waters are capable of healing not just the infirm, but also of mending a shattered mind. And with the proper incantations and rites performed by a priestess, possibly more.
All right. So I could definitely spend weeks here.
Oh yeah, easily enough. And you guys will be spending a little over a month here within Brunwood at a minimum. You're going to get your chance to talk to your family, Mo. We'll cover that eventually.
Yeah.
Probably not right now, but eventually. In addition to that, you guys would also...
Might take those bits of Zidrin's crossbow and my crossbow and see if we can't make a commemorative crossbow.
We'll talk to the weapon master about that.
Yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see what he likes to do. Yeah.
But do you guys have any questions, or you want to do anything else? Or, I mean, we could call it a game here. It's up to you guys.
We're doing endeavors.
We can do some. I don't think we have time to probably do all of them. Is the only thing, unless you guys are going to run through them quick.
Let's say at least do one endeavor.
Okay. I'll tell you what.
Give somebody an interesting endeavor.
Moog, your sanity one. For your first one, go ahead and roll me a d8.
All right.
You'll get advantage to roll it twice. You get to pick the better number.
Right. Let's see. Let's take roll. There it goes. Oh, so max. I got an 8.
Moog, you recover 8 points of sanity.
Wow, that's pretty good.
In a short amount of time. You come for maybe only like 1 or 2 weeks, and you feel yourself getting better. The priestess,
I missed it here.
The current priestess is a little off-put by your appearance, but we can get into that later. But you're able to recover some of your sanity.
That puts me at a 10, so I'm even now.
Yeah, you're at least even.
Yeah.
So, Moog, you would have a second endeavor. Is there anything else you would like to attempt?
Yeah, I do want to maybe talk to someone who here, one of the tribal healers, or someone who might help me get this crusty off.
That would be the priestess, for sure.
Yeah. Definitely want to seek that as well.
We will have to touch on that probably next session, but yes, sure. We will
keep that in mind.
We will keep that in mind for sure. Zune, would you like to do anything in town?
How many endeavors do we get? Is it 3?
You get 2.
2.
Yeah.
Then
and a story one, story related, if you want to do that.
Plus story.
Like your personal story, whatever you would like to, like, oh, I want to ask about my family, or Or I wanna start up a band in town. I don't know what you want to do. Whatever you want to do, Zune.
I might have to hold my endeavors then until next go around, so I can
Okay.
think of.
How about old Rogar? What would you like to do in town?
Well, in town specifically, I don't know. I had to think about that. I don't know. I had to think about what I want to do in town specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a good endeavor right now. I do want to work on try to finish up my resilience feat.
Okay.
But as far as in town, I don't really know.
Well, I mean, they're your two endeavors. Whatever you'd like to do with them.
Well, I'll do the resilience one then, because that's simple. And the other one I'll hold off on.
Give me what were you going Dex?
Yes, I was going Dex. I had 2 successes.
2 successes. Give me a Dex check.
Like that. Okay. Dex check.
The DC is did you fail this once already?
Yes.
This current one?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So the DC
I got 2 successes in my first try, my first endeavor try, and then my second endeavor try on this one I failed.
The DC is a 15. You have to beat a 15 Dex check.
Okay. 2, 3.
That's not going to make it.
Okay.
Would you like to spend your other one to do it?
No, I'm going to hold off and see.
Okay.
Just think about what I want to do in the town.
What do you story? Anything? You got to think on that too.
Yeah, I think on that too.
Okay. How about Tristan Varel? What would you like to do?
Study my galaxy ball.
Your galaxy ball, you bastard! Galaxy ball.
I don't know what it is.
I know you don't. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, Trist.
Straight roll.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're no longer disadvantaged or anything like that.
11.
Not very good, Trist. Not very good. How many times have you looked at this? Is this your second time?
First time.
It's your first time. Okay, it's your first time looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're still kind of muddled by what exactly this is and what its purpose is. It is magical in nature. It feels like it's powerful. It's obviously was coveted by powerful creatures, so you know there's something to this. However, you know that even one of those, the siren, had no idea what it could do either. So there might be more research need to be done on the topic. And while Castle Broadjaw does have a library, it is full of dust and moldy tomes, and you're unable to find anything of help to aid you in this current endeavor. But you do have a second one if you'd like to try again or do anything else.
Can I summon or be summoned by old Tristan?
You can easily. Now, let me ask
now, old
you
Tristan
this.
Specifically, not a random one.
Let me put you. And I've been, this is a question I was hoping you'd bring up at some point. Go ahead and give me a spell casting ability check. I'll give you advantage on this because this has happened to you a few times.
20.
A 20. Easily done. So with some focus and time, if and only if you cast this spell, you still have to expend a spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
But you've learned of a way to cast it as a ritual that will allow you, but you still have to expend a spell slot, but it does double, it gives you have to use the ritual time rules. A ritual of 1 hour instead of just 10 minutes. You can summon a particular version of yourself. And you're able to suss that out. So you will be able to, from here on out, with enough time, you'll be able to summon a particular version, at least from the table, not a specific version of that version, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And
So
since
poof.
old man
Shows
Trist-
up.
Oh yeah, easily enough. Are you summoning him?
Yes. Or be summoned by him if that's possible.
That's up to
Since
you.
I would go to him since he had like a whole thing.
Easily done. It's almost like you kind of put a feeler out into kind of into the multiverse, and you find yourself pulled at one point by him, and you end up in his study.
I pull out the galaxy ball.
Whoa. It's been ages since I've seen something like that.
Yeah,
Impressive.
I need your help. Need your help with this one.
Oh, yes, you do, my dear boy. We have much to discuss. So he kind of like drapes his old man arm around you and brings you over to his desk.
Yes.
Let me inform you on the wonders of space and time. And you're going to sit down and have a long conversation that we will cover next session. So, yeah, no problem there. Velree, would you like to do anything?
Raising my dexterity will help my AC, right?
How are you going to attempt to raise it?
Well, I've already, for the slasher feat. So
Okay.
it says you can increase your strength or dexterity.
Yes.
And I've already failed 3 times and passed once.
Yes.
For the slasher.
So go ahead and give me a. I believe this is dexterity. Yeah, it is. Well, no, you can use. Well, no, it would be dexterity because that's what you're trying to increase.
Oh, it's not a D20. Okay, what is
Roll a d20. Make a dexterity check.
Okay.
The DC is a 15. It's not rolling. 19. You got it, Velree.
Got it.
You got it.
Finally. Can I think about the next one? The next
Okay.
endeavor?
No problem. Well, with that, as time is going to pass and we are going to pick up next session, you guys are all going to be level 10. Are you guys prepared to talk about your current level ups? Like, have you guys done that yet? Or maybe not?
Not quite.
Not quite. Velree, have you leveled up yet?
Yeah.
Why would you like to tell everyone what you got out of it? As far as leveling up to level 10?
Yeah.
What kind of new abilities and things you might have procured?
I got where is it? Blah, blah, blah. Well, if I ever used my tail, I was going to talk to you about this because I got like a form of the beast tail reaction, but I never used my tail. So I was wondering if we could modify that.
You have to pick.
I know.
When you summon, you can only have one at a time. You would have to not have your claws if you were to summon the tail. See, that's the trade-off of it. You can't have them all at once.
But maybe we could make an arrangement for something.
What are all these arrangements being made?
But what if she could though? See, but what if she could?
I also got infectious fury.
Mm-hmm.
Which seems cool.
It's really good. Would you want to read it off for the crowd?
It says when you hit a creature with your natural weapons while you're raging, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, DC 15, or suffer one of the following effects of my choice. The target must use its reaction to make a melee attack against another creature of my choice that I can see, or they must take 2d12 psychic damage.
Yep. And I think it happens once a turn. I think it might be on long rest. I don't know. You'd have to look. It's powerful, regardless.
Yeah.
And that was it. All the way to level 10. That's all you got.
I didn't get very much.
Brutal
Well, I got
critical.
more hit points, I guess.
Oh no, and you got brutal critical.
Yeah.
The what?
Your barbarians. If you roll a natural 20, you get to roll another damage die now.
Oh, I don't see that. Okay.
So instead of your normal just d6, you roll 2d6 on a natural 20. It's strong. How about with that, Tristan Varel, what did you get out of all this, Tristan? You don't have to give us spells yet or anything, but
I already did.
oh shit. Okay.
Level 9, I just get 1 5th level slot. Level
yeah.
10, I get a second 5th level spot.
Oh shit.
I can cast a spell 4th level or lower and put it into a tiny little bead,
Oh yeah.
and then give it to Rogar so Rogar can cast
Yeah.
the spell.
Well, yeah, you can give it to anybody. Anybody can
That's
use it.
anybody.
Yeah.
Rogar's smart enough though to understand what's happening.
That's true. It does use your DC and everything, though. Your DC and your attack roll for it.
Mhm.
So
And it lasts for an hour.
that's for an hour. You can just hand somebody a spell and they can use it. It's pretty cool. You don't have to share your spells if you don't want to, Triss. I know you're saying.
I can. I have them picked already.
You know, it's up to you.
Well, I had a spell scroll from Infernal Calling, so I burned up that.
Oh shit! God, you have Infernal Calling now? Oh God!
You gave it to me with the
I know.
the Great
It was so
Thinker.
long ago. It was so long ago.
That's the last time I've gotten a spell scroll.
Is it really?
It is
Oh shit!
the Great Thinker.
Yeah.
Cone of Cold, and
Cool.
because I do Dunamancy, Temporal Shunt.
Shunt.
So I'll explain that when it comes into play.
Okay. Okay. And the old cone of cold, huh?
Yes, I think I was killed by it once already.
Possibly. Well, how about Rogar? You know, what did you get out of this level up, Rogar?
Rogar got brutal critical,
Got
like
brutal
as
critical.
you explained before. You could add additional weapon damage die, that crit. I also got my subclass ability at 10, Legendary Presence.
Yeah.
So,
Strong.
harnessing the aspect of a true dragon, you are now able to inspire awe or fear from those around you as you bellow out in fury. Beginning at 10th level, when you enter a rage, you may now choose to either impose a fear or inspiration as many creatures as your charisma modifier, minimum of 1 within 60 feet. So I can choose to do Frightful Presence, which the terror of dragon clutches at the hearts of your enemies. The target creatures must make a wisdom saving throw. For my spells DC, which is charisma based, upon a failure, the creature is frightened of you for 1 minute and may make the saving throw at the end of their turn. The effect ends if they're rendered incapacitated, or if I'm rendered incapacitated. Once a creature saves it, it's immune from the effect for 24 hours. Inspiring Presence is my noble heritage and mythical presence inspires your allies to greater heights. The target creatures are immune to the fear condition and may add your charisma modifier to all attack and damage rolls for 1 minute until you are rendered incapacitated. So pretty good stuff.
What's your
Yeah, it works out.
what's your charisma modifier, Rogar?
That's 2, so I can buff up 2 people.
So, you know, whoever you buff up gets a +2 to attack rolls and damage rolls.
Attack and damage rolls.
Yeah.
And they're immune to fear.
And immune to fear. Not bad. Not
Yeah.
bad at all.
Yeah.
How about Moog the Hitman Broadjaw? You know, what did you get out of this, Moog?
So level 10, going through level 9 and 10, I get additional improved superiority die.
Oh yeah,
Now
yeah.
they're
Is it
D8s instead of D10s, or D10s instead of
D10s?
D8s.
Damn, are
Yeah.
D10s now?
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. So sharpshooter just basically
My God.
slop.
They're
And
D10s?
so yeah,
Oh,
D10s,
God.
baby.
Oh.
And I have 2 more maneuvers now. So I took riposte and I took
Mhm.
brace.
Okay, okay.
So, and then stand near enough Rogar now, and apparently we can just become this wall of indominance.
It's true.
Speaking of, I also got Indomitable. So,
Yes, you can.
If I can choose once per short rest to re-roll a saving throw or such, and have to take the new roll. But
Yep.
you know,
Any save,
any save,
including
Yeah.
sanity saves, Mo.
That's right. It's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You
There
know,
you go.
could be good.
And then,
So,
you know,
well,
last but not least, you know, Andrea, what does Zoom get out of all this?
Not 100%. I know at least a couple of things Zoom gets out of this.
Definitely
One-
get some spell slots for sure. You don't have to tell us anything that you haven't decided on yet, but I know you got 5th level slots for sure.
Right. I think I'm going to go ahead and take. You said that there were teleportation portals, correct? That were.
They do exist. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take teleportation so that go
Yes.
that have exist. Oh God, we need
Yes,
to get
take
rid.
it. Please
No,
take it.
God, what are you gonna do to us?
Please take it. I want you to take it.
Oh God, that's terrifying.
Take it
I'm
badly.
not gonna intimidate me. I'm gonna take it. I'm intimidated, and then also I'm going to go ahead and take. Let me get rid of this. Greater Restoration, because I think that given how many times we end up with levels of exhaustion
It's true.
and just cursed,
Mm-hmm.
and see if maybe that will help.
You need to get you some diamond dust now. you gotta have that diamond dust. But yes, that's extremely useful. Both of those.
So I get magical secrets, I think.
Yeah. I think that's what she's using for teleportation. I don't think bards normally get that, do they?
I do.
Do they?
I don't think I'm using that. Well, I might be wrong. I might be using magic secrets.
I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, though, interesting stuff. You don't get any other abilities, Zune? That's it? For bards? I don't remember. Bards is my weakest class.
I get another cantrip, but I'll figure it out before the next meeting.
Okay. Trist and Varel, the book in your possession.
Yeah, Book of Dagon.
It's called the Book of Dagon. Thanks for, whatever. It is the Book of Dagon.
Added it to my inventory. What do you want?
I know you had, I didn't even tell you what it was, and you already added it in your inventory. Thanks a lot.
It's because I have a 20 intelligence.
Yeah. It's a thick book bound in dark leather, possibly humanoid flesh. Upon its cover is a monolith embossed rising from the sea with a highly detailed depiction of Dagon wrapped around it that appears to be swaying if stared at. Eldritch runes glow along the monolith and whisper tempting truths. When found, the book contains the following spells, which are considered wizard spells from you. So you can cast all these spells even if you normally can't cast them. Like Armor of Agathis, I'm pretty sure it's not a wizard spell, but you can cast it from this. So Wall of Water, Thunderstep, Contact Other Plane, Control Water, Dominate Beast, Armor of Agathis, and Tsunami.
I like Tsunami.
You get all of these things. Now you have to be capable of casting them, spell slot wise. I think Tsunami's pretty high.
Yeah, it's like 8th level.
I think it's like an 8th level spell. So you're not there yet. But if you hold on to the book for long enough, you just get a free Tsunami. It also has a D4 charges. You can spend one to cast a ritual known as Contact Deep Ones, which you should definitely do. It's right here in Brunwood.
No, I know what happens when that happens.
Or you can spend 2 charges to cast a different spell called the Kiss of Dagon. That is a conjuration spell that does some good over the time damage if you're near water. And so that's pretty much the highs and lows of everything you've retrieved. And we've gone over levels up. I'll see what else we could drag out of this. So we're just gonna have to wait until next session. So let's do favorite moments of the night before we close out. Start with Zoom.
I think Triss anticlimactic, like that huge fight, so much effort, and then just like imagining him at the end just kind of like teetering up to the edge and just slumping himself over and just going and then just boom, just just everything, and just like being completely nonplussed about it, just like fuck it, I'm just so tired.
Yeah, it was a low damage roll. I couldn't make it. I couldn't spoof it up.
I mean, it was just bit. You're exhausted as hell. You've been killed several times, and you're just like,
What about old Moog, old Dan Deck? Favorite moments of the night?
Favorite moments of the night. It's hard not to like the nonchalantness, the overitness of Trist's just comes back to life, and stands up and finishes the fight. It was a good fight. I honestly thought we might die this one time around, but now we're god killers, and so there is no stopping us.
God slayers.
And so I'd say the size of our ego might be my favorite thing from tonight. Yeah. Oh,
Amazing.
and getting to go home. getting to go home.
Yeah, there you go.
God Killers. Yeah.
Oh,
But now we
oh,
have a name.
Got going home.
We don't have to just be the crew
Oh,
anymore.
God.
We can just be God Killers Incorporated.
God Killers. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh gosh.
We get good old GKI, God Killers Incorporated.
Well, how about Jumbo Smooth, old Rogar? Our favorite moments of the night. Rogar, come to the stage.
Rogar's favorite moment was when the Eldritch Nightmare reared up and punched Moog anime style into the deck of the ship. Because I could see it anime style just be like, oh,
Yeah, exactly.
huge crush, splinters flying everywhere, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that description. Sorry it happened, Moog, but I mean, I enjoyed the description.
Exactly. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. What can I say? How about old Tristan Farrell, GB209, favorite moments of the night?
My spell save and my spell attack went up.
You did. You get a +1.
That's my favorite.
Look
That's
at
a big
that.
deal
Look
to
at
me.
him. Look how happy.
Oh, look at this.
Happy as-
Happy
oh,
boy.
fuck. He got that +1 spell attack.
Woo!
+1 to his spell save.
It's game break. Woo!
Woo! Nature boy. Getting it.
It went from a 16 to a 17. Woo!
Styling, profiling. So, man, you're killing it now, Tris. What can I say? That's it. That's it for Tris.
That's it.
Nah, not the fact that he killed a god. It's fine.
I mean, let's be
Velree.
honest. The cannon from Marvel
Oh,
did like 90 points of damage.
It wasn't quite 90. It was close. It was close. It's like 82.
That's
or
probably
something
what
like
killed
that.
it.
I mean, it was significant. But how about Kayla, Velree, favorite moment of the night?
I enjoyed the clan man's eyes exploding out.
Oh,
in
man.
his head.
Why do you hate the Clay Man so much?
He was a rude boy. And
Krudak.
Krudak.
By the way, he has definitely been hitting on you the whole way here.
Well,
Fascinated with you, in fact.
Well, he did not impress me, and so that's like
Damn.
a moment I want to recognize. He did not kill that creature.
Oh,
He could have done better.
For
I
Maggie.
need him.
The sad part
Yeah.
is he probably likes the fact that you like chastise him. He might be a glutton for punishment like this. He's into it. Well, if I, me personally had a favorite moment of the night, I think one of the highlights was definitely punching Moog into the ship. It was up there. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it thoroughly. But I think my second favorite moment was when I unveiled what was happening on the ship with Morag and the baby, and the horror that was on a few people's faces, witnessing what was transpiring, and then finding out in the aftermath of what also transpired. So
Did us a
good.
favor.
So damn, did us a favor. Holy shit, that's some dark shit. You're lucky we're not playing Warhammer. I'd be staining your soul right now for that
What?
comment.
The mustachioed man.
Yeah, exactly. Stain your soul. I need to put in a damn soul mechanic for Tristan Varel in this game, don't I?
What have you done to him?
That's what I've done to him.
Changed him.
It's been changed. But awesome game, guys. We got a lot. We're looking forward to next sesh. We'll get lots of details on the town. I've got most of it already pretty much written out and done. I've got characters, NPCs. I just didn't think we had the time to go through all of them, which we didn't. So we'll get into that next sesh. And we will start with the Blue Blossom Festival that you guys are going to get the chance to be a part of. So that'll be cool. And we will go from there. So unfortunately, that's all the time we got today. Do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And of course, check out Velree. She's over here today. Check out Velree on the TikToks. Just Velree now. No barbarians, just Velree. Or, damn it. Fuck it. You see him down there. You see Dan down there? with all the Twitters and all the other stuff. I've got it listed in the comment section. Go and check him out too. And as usual, guys, thank you very much for watching. I have been Jebba Thick. This has been Emberfell Whispers from the Stars. We look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Have a good day.